What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be seasoning my old country gravity fed barbecue pit. Stay tuned. Alright, so I just got this gravity fed barbecue pit. I did install this temperature gauge here. I have a video so you guys can go ahead and check it out. I'll put it up right now. All the products that you do see here, I have a link on the description below if you guys are interested. But I just purchased this one yesterday, and I need to go ahead and season it for the first time. Alright, so when you're ready to season something like this, go ahead and open it. We're gonna go ahead and be using canola oil or cooking spray. This we're gonna coat all the way around it, and this is primarily to try to block from moisture getting to the actual metal here. So we're gonna go ahead and start spraying this down, and then we're gonna turn it up. So the first thing I'm gonna spray is this heat deflector. Try to get the bottom and the top. I'm gonna get I'm gonna start from the top and work my way down. Go ahead and now do the grates. You're gonna be pretty liberal with this. You're trying to create a barrier from the moisture when you're gonna be cooking, so that it doesn't start rusting out some of these parts. So the last thing we gotta do here is the door. Just even coats. All right, there she goes. She's all prepped on the inside. Now we're gonna go ahead and load up these briquettes. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is open up this hopper here. Gonna add Kingsford. It says it fits about a 20-pound bag. So we'll put it to the test. Well, this is an 18-pound bag, and it's pretty filled all the way to the top. So about 18 to 20 pounds, I guess, depending on how much you settle them down. Let's go ahead and put this fire starters. I got these. I have a link on the description below if you guys are interested in these. You put them underneath, you light them up, and you're good to go. So let's go ahead and do that next. So that right there is where you put your fire starter. I'm gonna get 2 of these. I didn't break them apart because it does have a big gap here. So I'm gonna get 2 of these. Put it right there, kind of put it in the middle. My charcoal is all up in there. And we light it up. There you go. That should take about maybe 10-12 minutes to burn through. And just a heads up, guys, during this time when you're bringing up your firebox door needs to stay wide open. The top door hopper needs to stay wide open. And of course your damper over here, we already see some smoke coming out of here, needs to stay wide open. All right, you got to give it some time so that the briquettes, so that the charcoal starter not only lights up, but it actually lights up your briquettes as well. You don't want to close it too early, because if you do, it'll kind of like suffocate your fire. All right, one last thing, guys. As you're starting your smoke and your seasoning for the first time you get this, This will have, more than likely going to have a plug down there. This is where your the drippings are going to come down. make sure you take that off so that it can go ahead and drip. I don't have to worry about too much because I have it on my grass, or yeah, on my lawn. But if you're gonna have it on your patio, make sure you put like a pan or something down there, because you're gonna start getting a lot of the oil dripping down as well. So we're 10 minutes into the initial start of the charcoal starters, and they've already died out. So if you're trying to keep track of how long it takes, this takes about 10 minutes. What you see right now is now my briquettes are lit. Of course, it still takes a little bit more time. This takes a little bit more patience. But now my briquettes are lit, and I'm just giving them some time to really heat up before I close it down. The last thing you want to do is make the mistake of closing it too early, and what's going to end up happening there is that it'll just take longer for your pit to get up to temperature that you want, that you're looking for. All right, so it's been 20 minutes total, 10 minutes for the charcoal starter to burn off, and then another 10 minutes for these charcoal briquettes to catch fire themselves. The 10 extra minutes that I gave it does make a big difference. I can feel the heat coming off of this thing. If you notice, the bottom is pretty much all lit. So at this time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and close this baby up. Open it all the way to let air go in. Then I'm gonna close this baby up. Close that puppy up. And yes, you're gonna expect to see a little bit of leakage around the edges. I don't know if that's going to get better with time, or if it's just something that for right now, you know, that's just the way it is. If you notice right now, I had everything open, so the temperature on my smoker is not even hitting 100. All right, so we're 30 minutes into closing it up, and the temperature is crawling, like crawling up. It's at 100, maybe 120, 16 more or less. All right, so 2 hours into it, and we're looking at getting in the area of about 210 to 212 more or less. The red line you see there is 225 is where we want to stop for smoking. But since we're just seasoning this barbecue pit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run for about another 4 hours just to really get a good sense of how good it can smoke. I'm just going to open it real quick to give you guys a quick peek on the inside. Whew. All right, that looks good, looks good. All right, so that's an easy way, very quick and simple, easy way. Just to recap, what we ended up doing here is we sprayed it with canola oil, filled up the hopper, turned on the thing. Took about 2 hours to get to the 210, 215 degrees. For the first initial seasoning, it does take about 4 hours just to get everything nice and tight in there. This is also a perfect time, I forgot to mention, to kind of give yourself a little once over on your smoker. This will give you a very good indicator here if there's any leaks, if there's any welds that need to be looked at. The only leaks that I see here in this smoker are from where the doors are, especially right there. Not a lot, which is okay. It gives you a little bit of a draft, right? And I did see a little bit of a leak down here when it was initially getting all this smoke into it. All right, but other than that, it seems to be running pretty good. I see a lot of blue faint smoke, which is what you want when you're doing a smoke. Let me see here. My briquettes after 2 hours. It's still pretty much all the way to the top. So that's pretty good right there. And we're gonna go see the bottom part, see what it looks like after a couple of hours of its initial run. Remember that we left this wide open. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, nice and warm in here. Dang. Very little chunky charcoal coming down, so that's a good sign right there. So we're gonna go ahead and continue. I'm gonna go ahead and continue smoking this for at least another 4 hours. just to give it a nice, good little seasoning. When I'm ready to turn this off, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to go ahead and close that right there, the air intake. And I'm also going to close this up. By doing that, it'll starve the fire out and then it'll turn off by itself. But once again, this has been the Smoking Beard. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I do have other videos in regards to this barbecue pit, the walkthroughs. I'm going to have a lot more videos, so please keep checking my channel, especially my my playlist dealing with old country barbecue pits, and we'll go from there. Thanks again. Catch you guys on the flip side.